We get a number of questions asking us about our AtelierClad range, so I thought I'd give you a quick video on our product range as it is. We take the thermally modified ash hardwood mainly because it has such a vibrant grain structure. It's very similar to oak. We mechanically brush the surface and then we apply a colour coat to it. The colour that we apply to the timber is very flexible. Although the material, the thermally modified ash, is very stable, we still apply a flexible paint to the surface, so it takes on board any subtle movements you get in the timber. We also do it in the thermally modified knotty pine as well, if the softwood is more preference to you than the hardwood. Profiles, we've got about 11 different profiles, so it's a personal choice as to which profile, depending on whether you want to run the boards vertically or horizontally. The Atelier range has been around now for probably a good 18 months, 2 years. We experimented with this some 6 years ago and put it out on test to see how it would go rather than just launch the product straight into the market. We've got a panel down here that we've had out on a south-facing elevation. It's now 6 years old, and apart from some of the surface crazing that you'd get with all timber, the paint is still there, it hasn't peeled off, and you've still got the colour on it. So in terms of longevity, that's not an issue. Using the thermally modified ash or the pine, you're looking at between 20 and 30 years, depending on the hardwood or softwood. So durability isn't a problem. The important thing is the stability, because most people have an issue with you painting standard softwood and then wonder why it cracks and peels. It's because the standard softwood has a lot more movement in it, and if the paint isn't as flexible as the timber, then that's why you get the issues. So it's thinking about the surfaces that you are painting that gives you that longevity. As far as when you get around to ordering it, as long as you let us know which of the colours you prefer and which profile, then that's all we need to know. We do the rest of it for you and then ship it out when it's all complete. Each pack that we do ship has a protective layer of foam wax paper between each layer, so that they're properly protected, and obviously we would expect customers to treat it with the same care when they're unloading. So we don't treat it like a normal board where you just put one board on top of the other, because it's got a special surface to it. Then the last thing you want is those boards being damaged, so we put a protective layer between each layer of boards when they're packed ready for delivery.